It's a normal morning, and millions of people all over the world wake up and check their phones, only to realize there's no internet connection. At first, it seems like a glitch, but then the reality sets in. The world is without internet. For a few minutes, there's silence. People are puzzled. They try to refresh their devices, but nothing happens. There's a sense of calm, but also uncertainty in the air. People start to panic. Some call their friends, others search for answers, but the internet is still down. The dependence on connectivity becomes glaringly obvious. With no access to emails, news, or social media, people are forced to focus on the present moment. They step outside, talk to their neighbors, and engage in real-world activities. At workplaces, people find themselves unable to communicate through email, Zoom, or chat. The workflow halts, and employees become more creative in finding other ways to collaborate. Families begin to spend time together in a way they haven't in years. No phones, no TV, just face-to-face interactions, conversations about the past, dreams for the future, and real bonding take place. News outlets scramble to explain the sudden worldwide internet outage. Without the internet, traditional methods like radio and newspapers regain their importance. People realize they have more free time than they expected. Without scrolling through social media or responding to endless emails, time seems to slow down, and people begin to reflect on how they usually spend their day. Artists, musicians, and creators rediscover their passion for creating without the distraction of constant online engagement. People start writing, painting, and playing instruments. Friends and strangers begin to connect without the use of technology. At cafes, people engage in spontaneous conversations, sharing stories and ideas. Some people feel a sense of relief from the constant digital bombardment. It's as though they're experiencing a digital detox, and they begin to feel more present. Business owners are forced to think outside the box, finding new ways to engage with their customers without relying on online tools. In a world without the internet, people find themselves being more patient, whether it's waiting in line, waiting for a phone call, or just being present in the moment. People start to embrace the quietness, the hum of the internet, the pings, the notifications. All are gone. It's peaceful, and some find it oddly comforting. Without the internet to distract them, people spend more time outdoors, reconnecting with nature. Parks, forests, and lakes become more populated as people go for walks, hikes, and sit in silence. Social media influencers experience the challenge of not being able to share content. People in general experience the weight of not being online and start to question how much time they normally spend on social media. People turn to their memories, books, and real-world experience to solve problems that would normally require a quick Google search. It's a return to thinking critically. The world begins to feel the collective impact of being offline. While some thrive, others feel lost, and it's clear how much the internet has become a core part of society's functioning. News outlets, without the ability to update continuously online, are forced to revert to traditional broadcast formats. People miss out on real-time news updates, and the world feels slower. E-commerce platforms go silent. People have to leave their homes to shop, making the experience feel more personal again. Some people begin to reflect on how much control technology has over their lives. They recognize the need for balance between digital life and real-world connections. With no emails, notifications, or messages to check, people finally feel like they have control over their time. They can focus on long-term goals and personal projects. Slowly, the internet begins to return. But the world is changed. People have learned to appreciate the quieter, more intentional pace of life. As the internet comes back, people begin to rethink their relationship with work and technology. They prioritize work-life balance, realizing how much time they lost before. people make more meaningful connections, both in their personal lives and at work. Without constant distractions, relationships feel more genuine. Communities come together, organizing local events or helping one another in ways they wouldn't have before. Neighbors talk more, and people lend a hand. People find that productivity isn't just about doing tasks fast. They realize that the pause, the time to reflect, think, and rest, is equally important. Without the usual distractions, people begin to explore new hobbies, reflect on personal goals, and discover more about themselves. Conversations with family, friends, and co-workers feel more real and impactful without the interruptions of digital messages. People start making more mindful decisions. With less information coming at them, they feel clearer and more focused when making choices, big and small. As the internet returns, people understand the role of technology in their lives better. They acknowledge its power, but also its limitations. People now seek to maintain a balance between their online and offline worlds. They prioritize time offline to nurture real-world relationships. The collective quietness after the internet goes down helps people find inner peace. The noise of constant updates and alerts is replaced by mental clarity. With no internet, people return to basic, essential activities. Reading physical books, writing by hand, and spending time together without screens. People rediscover the magic of waiting. Whether it's for a meal, a friend, or a sunset, waiting becomes a time for patience and reflection. Without the instant gratification of online entertainment or news, people learn the value of delayed satisfaction and patience. Without digital entertainment, people rediscover hobbies and skills that were forgotten or neglected, from knitting to cooking to writing poetry. The absence of the internet presents challenges, but people adapt. They become more resilient, learning to solve problems without instant solutions. Without constant online noise, people have time for self-reflection. They think about their goals, desires, and their impact on the world. People appreciate their physical environment more, their homes, the people around them, and the opportunities they have, realizing how much of their lives were previously consumed by the internet. The simplicity of life without the internet becomes apparent. People realize that life can be fulfilling without constant access to the digital world. People take the time to reconnect with friends and family members they haven't spoken to in years. Without digital distractions, the connections feel deeper. As the internet slowly returns, people appreciate the digital detox they experienced. They learned the value of unplugging. With no internet, people simplify their lives, focusing on what really matters: their health, relationships, and well-being. People find joy in simple, everyday moments: taking a walk, playing with their kids, cooking a meal. The collective experience of a world without the internet brings humanity closer. People become more empathetic, understanding, and supportive of one another. As the internet returns fully, people use it with more intention. They create a healthier relationship with technology, using it to connect rather than consume. In a world without the internet, people rediscover the joy of face-to-face communication, the warmth of a handshake, the power of a hug, and the beauty of listening. The digital world continues to evolve, but now people are more aware of its impact and strive for a more balanced integration of technology into their lives. The world emerges from its digital reset stronger, wiser, and more connected in ways that go beyond the screen. People now value balance, relationships, and the importance of real-world interactions,